Hello MMA fans, this is MMA Daily with your daily news and updates. Before we kick off today's news, make sure to tap that like button and hit subscribe. Now let's dive into the latest MMA updates. Starting off, Francis Ngannou opens up about Anthony Joshua's power following knockout loss in Saudi Arabia. Moving on, Sean O'Malley's coach discusses chances in Ilia Topuria superfight. Next, Jake Paul reacts after Anthony Joshua KOs Francis Ngannou. Lastly, UFC President Dana White reacts to Anthony Joshua's brutal KO of Francis Ngannou in boxing match. Francis Ngannou has given his thoughts on the knockout blow he suffered at the hands of Anthony Joshua. At the very least, he'll need to take some time off after such a devastating KO defeat. From there, he could either opt to take on another boxing bout or venture back to mixed martial arts with PFL. After the contest, Francis spoke to the media about the knockout blow and what he remembers about it. Here is what he said.
He was quite special because he stopped me. He did what Tyson Fury couldn't done, You know, he wasn't my day. He's just way better than me today. So it sucks, but it's the game. We all know that. So in fact, I didn't feel the punch. I think that's what the knockout is about. I don't feel any pain.
Derek.
That's how I know I was knocked out.
Regardless of what he does next, Francis has laid out a pretty fascinating blueprint for those who want to leave the promotion. Instead of fighters thinking there are no better options out there, he's proven that certainly isn't the case. What do you believe Francis should do next in his career? Are you excited by the idea of fighting in MMA again? Will we ever see him return to the UFC, or has that bridge officially been burned? Share your opinion in the comments below. Sean O'Malley doesn't plan on leaving the bantamweight division anytime soon, but that doesn't mean he's ruling out a trip to featherweight to challenge for Ilia Topuria's gold. O'Malley puts his UFC bantamweight title on the line against Marlon Vera this Saturday in the main event of UFC 299 in Miami, and his longtime jiu-jitsu coach told that O'Malley is dead serious about gaining an extra 10 pounds to face Topuria. Here is what he said. I think he has the body structure to fight at featherweight. He's very tall. If he has time to do some work and build up muscle mass and get stronger to fight at featherweight, I'm sure he's a tough fight for anyone up there. I think Topuria is a good fight. Sean wants big fights like Conor McGregor had. He didn't defend his belt after he beat Aldo. He moved up to lightweight and the money was there and he performed. I don't know what the UFC will decide when it's Sean's turn. What are your thoughts on who will emerge victorious tonight, Sean O'Malley or Marlon Vera? Also, do you think a fight between Ilia Topuria and Sean O'Malley will ever happen? And if it does, who would come out on top? Jake Paul has reacted after Anthony Joshua floored former UFC heavyweight champion Francis Ngannou in less than 2 rounds. Jake showed support for both fighters, stating that Francis is one of the all-time greats while Anthony Joshua has successfully regained his form. Here is what he wrote. Francis Ngannou is one of the greatest fighters of all time. Respect due. Anthony Joshua is back. Activity and focus drives dominance. After Francis Ngannou was knocked out, many MMA fighters and other members of the combat community went to Twitter where they expressed their opinions about the fight and what's next for Francis. Some of them offered support to Francis, while others called him an amateur who should no longer pursue boxing. Particularly interesting was the reaction of UFC President Dana White, who simply posted a tweet with a smiley face, which was then deleted. Dana will likely be asked tonight after the UFC 299 event at the post-fight press conference to share his thoughts on the knockout Francis suffered, so we're sure his response will be very interesting. Thank you for tuning in to MMA Daily. We hope you enjoyed today's coverage of the world of mixed martial arts. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to get notifications for our latest videos. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below and let us know what you'd like to hear about in our upcoming videos. See you tomorrow with more MMA news. Until then, stay safe and keep following MMA Daily for your daily dose of fighting excitement.